Dear traveller, and welcome back. That's right, your boy Shutter Slaps is back in the saddle. Back in that old green saddle called life. Hello, here I am, welcome back. And of course I want to talk to you about cameras. And this, my friend, is a very, very special camera. Very special camera. This is probably on my I would grab if my house was on fire list. This would be on one of those cameras. And this would also be the camera I would bring with me if I was going on holiday and had to bring a camera with me. This would be one of the many that would make it because it's small enough but has all the special magical features that I need in a camera. Now, what makes this camera extremely special to me? Okay, there's lots of magical things about this camera, and you've heard me talk about Instax, and you know how much Instax means to me. But what is the number one, top of the list, most special thing? Well, stick around and find out. No, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do you like that. I'm just going to let it all go now. Let it all go. That is the tempo. What is the best thing about this camera? Well, let me tell you a little story. A good friend of mine, known as Ace Creates or Ace's Faces, or also known as Instant Strangers. I absolutely love this guy's instant photography. I think it looks absolutely banging, and he's a good personal friend of mine. My mate Ace. He's an absolute legend, and if you're watching this, Ace, you're an absolute legend. And what does a legend do? Now, listen all. Listen one and listen all, because this is extremely important information. Extremely important information. If you have someone in your life who is obsessed with cameras, absolutely obsessed with cameras, and you ever wonder, what should I buy them as a present? Listen carefully to the rest of this story. So Ace, being an absolutely top mate, is big into instant photography, and check out his page, which is Instant Strangers. I absolutely love his instant photography. He's just got a knack for it. He's got a gift. The colors, the compositions, the crazy people that he meets. I really, really dig it. And I tell him that all the time. And he's always adventuring in new areas of instant photography. He's always trying new cameras, new films, everything. You name it, he's tried it, or he's going to try it soon, okay? And he got into Instax mini format, and he was like, dude, this is it. And he started just stockpiling film for this camera, and he's like, dude, you got to try this. You need to try this. And I was like, I knew I had to try it, because I already liked the Instax wide. That's my, preference. That is my film stock of choice when it comes to instant, is Instax wide. That is absolutely the best of the best. But he's like, look, just trust me. The mini is like secretly amazing, right? And I guess it's not secretly because everyone shoots Instax mini, right? But he's like, trust me, don't overlook it. It's a fantastic film stock. Give it a go. And I said, yeah, I will. And I knew deep down eventually I will. So what does this little cutie pie do? What does Ace do? He goes out and says, hey, expect something in the mail there, big guy, right? And what does he do? He buys me 10 boxes of Instax mini film. That is just the nicest thing. Thank you so much, my bro. Thank you so much. Absolutely. It meant the world to me. Because, see, this is the thing. When someone buys you a film stock as a gift, it's basically them saying, hey, I've taken care of the film. All you need to do is buy the camera. And that's the most, fun part, right? That's the funnest part, is going out to buying a camera. So when someone buys you instant film, you don't need to spend money on developing and, scanning. No. You buy a camera and the film will do the rest. The film will do the rest. So that's a secret. If you want to buy someone who loves photography a present, buy them a film stock to a camera they don't own. And buy them a bunch of it. Because that's just the greatest gift ever. I was just so excited to buy an Instax mini camera because now I had boxes of film. And I was like, dude, you're a flaming legend. Which he is a legend. Now, I started researching which Instax Fuji mini camera I should buy. And of course I asked Ace, I said, Ace, which is the best? What's the pick of the litter? He pretty much said to me, Shutter Slaps, just buy the newest possible one you can. Just buy the latest model, whatever it is, the 11, the 12, whatever they're up to, just buy that. It's just a no-brainer. It'll work great, fantastic. Just buy the new one. Second-hand, you'll get them for almost next to nothing because people just get rid of them. Some people buy them for weddings and then just flog them off after for next to nothing. So I was pretty happy with that. That was good advice. Until I came across this Fuji 7S, the Fuji Mini 7S. Now, why does this scream to me? And I asked him about this, and he said, yeah, it's probably okay. I think he said he had one a long time ago. But he said, honestly, the new cameras have a lot better exposure metering, stuff like that. Which makes totally sense, right? It makes totally sense. Being a new camera, and that Fuji becoming more and more like dumbing down their cameras so that basically you don't even have to think, you just point and shoot, which is actually kind of the gift of these cameras. Don't see it as a bad thing. It's actually an amazing thing because you can just leave all the work to the camera and just have fun and enjoy life. Who'd have thought, right? And anyway, this 7S came up and I just had to have it. I had to have it. Why? What? Look at it. Look at it. It looks like an Apple, the Apple monitors, those Apple computers from like, what was it, the 90s or early 2000s, right? And like the actual color is that gray, that like IBM old computer grey colour with the blue accents, dude. And then to finish it off, like it wasn't already just the 90s dream or early 2000s dream, it's got a clear case. It's got a clear case, bro. That is 90s heaven right there. 90s / early 2000s. You know, Y2K, I suppose you could call it. Probably early 2000s. That was the best. That was the height of coolness. And I was like, man, I can't. Like, as much as the new stuff looks cool with all its, like, pastel colors, you know, I'm a sucker for the late 90s, early 2000s. So I just went with it, right? Didn't give it too much thought, went with it. And guess what? It's awesome. And guess what? You can't go wrong with whichever one you buy. Because they're all amazing. There's really no bad Instax camera, right? And if you think of one, post it down below. But in my opinion, there's really no bad Instax cameras. That is the secret sauce of Instax. Is it? None of the film stocks are bad. None of the cameras are bad. That's great. Whereas Polaroid, I wish I could say the same. But unfortunately, this whole, you know, Polaroid now, you know, this project thing that they did, the film stocks are all, like, I won't get into it because you've heard me talk about this in other ones. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole and explain to you why instant photography is so special and precious to me. I won't do it, but if you do want to hear that story, go check out the video I just made about that big Instax Evo Wide, the Evo Wide Instax. Go have a look at that one, or have a look at the Instax 210 video that I made years ago that nobody watched. But I'm not going to get into it on this one, okay? So if you love Instax, I highly recommend you watch those other videos. But this one is just to say how much I love Mini. Now, why is Mini so special? Because one, the film is cheap. The camera is relatively small. They're still a bit chunky and they're still a bit heavy. But I'd say they're probably more pocketable than the Polaroid cameras. And the cameras are cheap. The film stock, I've already said it, but the film stock's cheap. I think it works out to be like $1 a photo. And if you really shop around, you can get this stuff super cheap. And then not only is it cheap, and you can also get the film stocks from almost any outlet. You can buy them at Target. You can buy it at Kmart. You could buy it at Big W's. You can buy it anywhere. This literally is the easiest film stock to get. I wouldn't even be surprised if Bunnings sold it. JB Hi-Fi would sell it. Everyone sells Instax Mini, right? Instax Wide, bit harder to get. I think JB Hi-Fi does sell it, but the price is just bananas, ridiculous. But Instax Mini is they're pretty safe prices. They're all kind of consistent. And again, secondhand market's amazing for this film. You can buy stacks of the film super cheap. Because the film's cheaper, you're able to share more. So for taking one picture of an Instax Wide, which is like a big photo, I could take 2 photos of Instax Mini and I could share one with a friend and keep one for myself and be like, hey, you take one, I take one. That's pretty special. Very special. Why would I pick this over the Instax Mini Evo or the Evo Mini? Why would I pick it? Because just like In an Instant made out in his videos, which I've already said in mine, and I do kind of feel like he's kind of stealing some of my shtick on this, is that you're actually getting images that have come through a lens and are giving you the look of, dare I say it, medium format, and it has that focal look to it rather than a digital image that looks like a doorbell photo. A doorbell camera has taken this blurry, hey, I found a Yeti, and just, printed it out on Instax. That's why I would pick this every day. Also, it's got an automatic flash on it, which means it's never too dark to shoot Instax. That's pretty much it. I don't know what else to tell you. It's a great camera. Get it. But more importantly, get into instant film, bro. Like, I hear all these people crapping on instant film and, it's not real film photography. Dude, you're sleeping on this. You're sleeping on it. If you haven't shot instant film in the past 5 years, 10 years, if you haven't shot an instant camera, I guarantee this. Get yourself a camera, get a pack of film, you're going to have your mind blown, right? Your mind's going to be absolutely blown. And if you've got kids or family or cousins or nephews, and they've never seen, or nieces, and they've never seen an instant picture get developed, I'm sure there's some people around that haven't seen that. I'd say most of you have. It's pretty sad if you haven't. But if you haven't, mate, blow their minds. It's freaking awesome. It's like literally the coolest thing ever. So that's the main reasons. And I love the colors, man. It's that classic, Fuji's deleting all their film. So forget about Fujifilm. But isn't it nice that we still got Instax? And those Instax colors are just gorgeous. I love it. And it's the softness of the image. And, the highlights and the this and the that. It's just gorgeous. I love it. I love it. And it all happened because my mate Ace bought me a bunch of the film. So thank you, Ace. This video wouldn't happen. I caught some amazing family shots, some good memories, hanging out with friends. I got some of my most favorite and valuable shots with this camera, with that film that you got me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolute flamin' legend. So please go check out his page. Go say hi. Tell him I sent you. And get yourself into instant photography. Yeah, I love it. Let me see. Maybe I can pull out some photos and I can show you some photos. Because of course I've got to show you photos, right? I can't make a video without showing you photos. Also, side point, a couple of side points now that I think of it. Also, the bonus of having the Instax Mini is you don't look like a total creep. Now, if you go around shooting with the instant wide, it's a bit creepy because people have never heard of it. It's like, what is that? I never knew that existed. You're a weirdo. Instax Mini, everyone knows Instax Mini. It's like the vanilla of the camera world. So it's like you don't need to look like the weird camera geek. You just look like a normal camera guy. Also, like, if you're with friends or out or at a party or an event and you bring an instant camera, people just love it. Like, you become the life of the party because it's like, you thought of that. What a great idea. Yeah, let's get some instant photos. And you start sharing them. And this is the other cool thing about instant film that I hadn't sort of spoken about in previous videos, right? I'm trying to find new material, is that the size of the instant photo image, it's not exactly, I know it's wrong, I know I'm wrong in saying this, but it's almost the size of like a basketball card or like a baseball card, almost, a little bit smaller, right? Or a Pokemon card, if that's a better reference for you. Or a Yu-Gi-Oh card, if that's an even better reference for you, of a card. And I kind of view them like cards. Like, you know how you always used to have the little freaking shoebox full of basketball cards or whatever cards you collect? And then you'd flick through them and it's this physical thing you hold in your hand and you reminisce. And it's almost like if you've got friends that also shoot instants, you could swap, man. Have a little swap party and be like, oh, give me one. Oh, what's that photo? I'll swap you that for this photo. And, like, I just get this little buzz out of it. It's like I'm collecting cards, but I'm printing my own cards. I'm making them myself, and they're out of my family's memories and my memories. And I just think that's the greatest thing. That's the greatest thing ever, man. And if I had it my way, what I used to do is I used to use my Sigma DP3 Quattro and I had the DP3 Quattro, which had the macro lens, and I used to macro photograph the images and then keep a digital backup. And it was great because the DP3 Quattro obviously is like insane resolution, insane sharpness. It would capture the likeness and the colors perfectly and be super high resolution. So you could print it out A4. You could print it out, what's bigger than A4? B3 or something, is it? I don't know. You could print it out massive. And it held together, and I've got proof of that. I've actually printed out some photos at A4. And it's awesome. So, or even if you got a scanner or something, scan them before they get too scratched up. Scan them and keep a digital backup. But I love them. I love them so much. They're so precious to me. And okay, look, I don't want to get too much into it, but just really quickly, what makes instant photography so special? The photo is as old as the day that you took it. Doesn't mean much to you on the day that you take it, but you look at a photo that's 5 or 6 years old and you remember that photo, that piece of paper was there at that memory. Maybe it was a special memory, maybe it was your wedding, maybe it was your child's birth, maybe it was something special in your life that happened, and that photo is as old as when it happened, which is very, very special. Also, it's the actual light that was bouncing off your family's face or whatever that has been trapped in the emulsion of this image, so it feels like it's alive. I think it just feels a lot more alive than a digital image. And it's a once-off. There's only one of them. It's special. It's Instax. It's as special as a party popper. No tour alike. So yeah, definitely big shout out, big thank you. And guys, this is your permission to buy yourself a film stock to a camera you don't own, or get someone to do it for you as a gift, or buy it for someone else as a gift, or something to something. Okay, something to something. But hey, giving is caring, and Ace, I care about you too, big guy, and I'm gonna have to send you something nice and pretty in the mail, because I can't thank you enough for this. This is an awesome gift. Guys, as always, hit me up in the comments. Love to hear what you think and what your experience is with this stuff. Have you got an opinion? Let me know, or let all of us know, because obviously it's open for the whole world to see. As you type the message, it's then public, so let the world know what you're thinking when you're drinking. And I'll see you guys on that there big old next one. Now, while we're talking about gifts, I have to give a huge shout out to other friends from across the pond. And of course, I'm chatting about Nick Lopresti and Sarah Lopresti, and just want to say a massive thank you, guys, for giving us just so many cute little gifts and cards and just special things, man. Special things. I want to thank you so much for this. It's so cool. Got those cool stickers. Don't forget to go to #Lopresti and go get yourself a trash can, 3D printed trash can. In my opinion, you should go for the two-tone. The two-tone, like golden red. I think that looks the hottest. That's the one I've got. So it's Shutter Slaps approved. Get that. Also grab the stickers if you get a chance. And just show some love, man. Lopresti and Sarah, well, that doesn't make sense. Lopresti and Sarah, that does. I just know him as Lopresti because I think that's just the coolest last name. But no, Nick and Sarah, absolute legends. Thank you. And your dog Spock, absolute freaking legends. Thank you. Thank you for the gift of friendship and the gifts that you also give. Thank you so much. And if I'm talking about friends and gifts, how can I not mention my boy Tony, my boy Anthony, who also is a generous little fella who is generous with his time, with his care, and you know, in a world that's too busy, in a world that's too easy to be forgotten, you have a mate like Anthony. Go show all these people some love, because these people are just absolutely radiating love and energy and giving it to this community. And really, you know, what a blessing it is that we're creating friendships from all over the world. Like, when has this ever happened? You know, This is the good side of the internet. This is the good side of YouTube and Instagram. And man, I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy you guys are here. Thank you so much for coming on this journey. What an absolute blessing. Fantastic. Hey man, I got this really nice comment as well, just while we're sharing love. I got this really nice comment from this dude. And he said that I'm his grainy days. And man, that hit me. That hit me so hard, man. If I can be somebody's grainy days, if anybody likes this channel and actually likes listening to me just unfold these unhinged stories of absurdity in a way that sounds like English isn't my first language, but it actually sadly enough is. If you guys really enjoy it and you share these kind of comments, just know that it means the world to me. Because I don't care about likes and I don't care about revenue, because I'll never make revenue from this channel. I'll promise you that. It's the people that you meet, and it's the kindness and the inspiration that you get and we all share with each other. That's the real winner. That is the real deal of this thing we call YouTube and social media. So thank you so much for that. Thank you to all you guys. And keep coming back, guys, because I'll be catching you on that there next one.